energy update and preparation for the intensive who joined us, or give you a glimpse about what's the intensive all about. All right, 1 second. I think we are going live now.
You see?
What's happening?
The scarabée.
Oh, nice.
The Egypt.
Yes, they are flying. We have a lot of flowers, and recently also we saw heart greeting everyone. I think it started right
Hi
now.
guys.
We're going to talk about
Good afternoon.
the plant can speak, and there is a lot of research about it. Briefly, we're going to share with you about the intensive that's coming soon, how important, and how the update of the energy, what's happening right now, tapping into the field and receiving guidance that we need to release right now. We are ready to release some old energy, negative energy, old contract, soul contract, and being strong enough and mature enough that to know that obviously from our environment you can say, you can tell that there is some heavy energy we agreed on and it's still available there. Fears based, negativity, many things, and on the soul level, on the conscious level, on many levels, we are either just agreed on it on the past or we enforcing that energy till now. And I mentioned in my free talks how we agreed on it and how we sometimes reinforce that fears back by not stepping up, but not by not saying our own truth that no, I don't agree on fears, I don't agree on negativity anymore. So this will be part and an intensive. We'll talk about the preparation for people who join us and how important is that. So let's start with, for example, first with how we start seeing around us a lot of people talking about releasing negativity, releasing the fears. And we saw a couple of articles. And also maybe also talk about the plants today we received.
Oh yes. So from where to start?
Yeah, we have to go short also. We don't want to make it long.
If you follow us regularly, you obviously know that the last couple of weeks have been readjustments on the energy, or individual energies, Dubai energy, Dubai vortex, all about ascension, the spiritual awakening, the bandwidth split as well, the timeline split. Also another one has occurred.
It's becoming stronger now.
Yes. So there was this readjustment for at least 10 days. We were like in between in the shift and in that split. So it gave us the opportunity and also questioning ourselves a lot on what's happening and how we can benefit from that shift, and understanding that we are less on the 3D and shifting more on the 4D and 5D, and the tools are not the same anymore. So
it shifted.
Exactly. So what was available and very relevant before in terms of manifestation tool, in terms of increasing our energies, in terms of sharing and receiving, were less relevant, or would
yes,
say
that's a point
less
of
powerful, maybe, yeah.
Is valuing our choices. It's increasing that understanding of we all collectively and individually, we need to really value the choices what we do every day, what we are choosing as an action, as an emotion, as a vibration, and even as a tool. So even the old tools, which is, for example, let's say nice meditation, which is always nice, or going somewhere which is fun, which is always nice, but would be that a value, a choice at that moment than just rather looking at yourself and sitting with yourself, clearing what's still available as a negative energy or belief system, and using those fun stuff as an excuse to run away from facing yourself. That was very strong, and then the contract release comes stronger, where we start feeling, and my guys, like by so much being trusting that it's happening and we are all la 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 happy, we somehow reinforced some of the old based fear base from society that they see, like for example about fears about relationship, fears about media, fears about the finance, fears about the future, fears about, as you know, a lot of politics. They're always, so somehow by not really focus on revaluing our choices, we reinforce some old belief system and old negative contract. We worked on them, and then our God said, you have to redo it again in a more powerful way, so you can value that choices right now. And we saw it, a lot of people around us, and stories what we heard from people, And the moment we've done the release, the contract release, and we call Archangel Michael, it's beautiful. The link is available there. Watch the reply or the webinar that's already available for. I will keep it for a couple of weeks. The next day, a lot of people, newbies, I would say, people who just tap into, they want to know what is meditation, they start coming, it's like, I want to learn more, I want to connect with myself. And we knew that we released something from the collective and from our energy, of course.
Exactly, so we learned from it, we worked on it for a couple of days, we saw the result in our environment very fast, and then it was, Georgie was, I need this webinar, I need to put it out now.
Yes.
So it's going
to be... I couldn't wait because it's short notice.
In 3 days,
yes,
it was
in 3
very
days, short
fast.
notice, we have to do this now.
The confirmation was in 3 days, we had between almost like 30 people, 30 people watching the webinar. The next day it was flow of messages,
how
of
they
email
felt,
and confirmation and voice
how people
notes.
remember.
People that we don't know, and because we had people from outside Dubai watching as well, from Australia, from also Lebanon, from Doha, from also Africa.
Yes,
South
we had
Africa.
a couple of people from South Africa.
France as well, so they were watching, and then we got the feedback after, the sharings and the feedback.
Powerful.
It was
some of them,
super powerful.
They felt dizzy while I'm just talking and start calling for Archangel and Divine Will releasing. The moment I start into the process, there is a meditation where I receive it from our guide. Super powerful to use the Divine Will, aligning our free will with Divine Will and releasing the negative. And they mentioned like they start feeling dizzy, like something was removed from our consciousness, from our system.
Yeah, a lot of light, a lot of guidance, drawing, light codes as well.
Light code, yes.
So it was very...
My lovely Mathilde was posted
yes, as well. I was on the side, not on the video.
She was sitting there and the whole atmosphere, the whole vortex was all about releasing those negative because that's needed, because somehow we reinforce those belief systems, those fears, those contracts. We call them source contract. I'll explain it in more details in that webinar.
So yes, it's valuable and understandable, I will say, for beginners. I think my parents are going to watch them. They were asking me to watch.
I make it as strong possible, as yet
and
simplify
for committed,
possible.
advanced souls who have been following us, who are coming in touch with us as well, they're asking for more too. So this webinar, this soul negative contract release will be every 2 weeks. So the next one will be maybe next week.
Yes, we're going to plan 2 more webinar. Actually, right now we felt that a lot of people abroad who's seeking for those learning and those practices, and some of them we know them, our own students who travel, and some of them are new people, and they're so happy, so enjoying this work, and they send us that requesting more. So we felt that we're going to do more and more, and we're going to tap into phases, because our guides told us that there is more you have to work on and upgrade. So we're going to do more webinars and give me the idea to do an online consultation also for people.
Yes, so yeah, following the webinar, and even like a few days before, we've been asking to do, because people cannot come in Dubai if they're not in Dubai, of course, so to be available online for private sessions. So Georgie will start Skype sessions, channeling.
Specifically, it's a mix between consultation and empowerment and channeling your guide and the higher self and our guide, and bringing a new frequency to restructure the energy for your own, because those people will get empowered right now that are abroad. They will help in the timelines, they will help in the whole shift, and the more we spread this, it will empower each others. And that's why we come to the intensive. We're going to tap into the intensive, so we don't make it long, and explain about the preparation for the intensive.
So for the private, contact Georgie.
Yes, if you feel you want to deepening your spiritual awakening, and you want to connect with your guide and you're receiving guidance, and you need
it's very powerful. Like the last sessions where whoever came in on the mat in the house were like done, cooked, and amazed by the receiving of information and channeling. Like they were, so in session, either the guide will channel for the person. So in the session with George is channeling, but also the person is receiving the channeling.
I adjust for the person and give an environment and the platform for the person to channel his own higher guidance. You will find yourself speaking wisdom.
If the person is allowing it, of course. If the person is allowing it,
you start talking wisdom, and you know that it's you, but your higher version of you, which is called the higher self in that sense.
Yeah.
Something like that.
So yeah, so going back to the webinar, that will be the next one next week. So stay tuned. And
we have many other webinars also.
Yes, and just write.
Marty and Men's Circle also.
Yeah, so stay tuned and write your interest so you can access the next webinar. The one from last week is online, so you still can watch the replay. It's free, it's available. The link is on the text just above our little video. And we are going to keep on working on those energies this week with tomorrow night. So tomorrow night we have the Heart Awakening 5-day meditation. So we are it's activation. We are keeping the meditation, as we said, that we are broadening and we are opening up the easy terms so everyone can understand them. But advanced or beginners, please come through. We are still keeping the word advanced of beginners, some who are already in their journeys, who already understand the connection to their guides, the connection to themselves, working on their energies, working on their shift, working on their excitement in their life.
Accelerating their frequency, their consciousness.
And looking for, I need to understand what is meditation. So whomever is coming in the house, receive obviously exactly what they need. We are bringing the energy, the platform with your guides. We are guides, so you can receive. So tomorrow night, we are emphasizing on the contract release, the all negative contract release, and we will do an intensive on Saturday, the 10th of March. Yes. We have intensive session, full day.
It will be like spiritual boot camp.
Yeah. So
to super align everything and bring the energy high.
So if you are watching us and you haven't met us yet, please join tomorrow so you can prepare for Saturday. But Saturday will be like full intensive. We are requesting your full focus, your full channel, meaning that we start at 7:30, we will finish around 4:30 p.m. So we start 7:30 morning.
Yes.
This week you are being prepared as well, so meaning eating light, going to bed very early, practicing your meditation every day, practicing your intention and setting your intention for Saturday session as well. We will be asked and you are asked to cleanse, to cut please from whatever is negative around you. So relationship, media,
drama,
news. Yeah.
Stop it for at least 2 days.
So you can
not even movies.
So you can be in your high level
so you can
vibration.
Come very high.
Yes.
So we don't need to clean you to bring you into the high frequency. You are ready. So we can all together work on all the release, call Archangel Michael, we call Ascended Master, and amplify the heart and amplify the light body. And we'll be receiving for the Diamond Light body, super powerful technique. We received it from 3-4 guides, our guides, and some of them are new guides because we expanded, and who follow us who knows that we start connecting with many guides newly, and they're talking about the Diamond Light body and how to activate that as a powerful tools for complete enhancement for the spiritual awakening, consciousness expansion, and manifestation, manifesting your highest desire, as we are all co-creator with the universe, we are all divine. So these tools with releasing the old negative will be fully intense practice on the full day.
Yeah, so the link is same. The link above the video will give you the information for tomorrow night, and for Saturday. Saturday we will do full energy practice in the garden, grounding, opening of the channels, connecting to Mother Earth, connecting to the sun. We are going to open. So what we are doing on Monday morning and Thursday morning in the house, we are going to do it for 2.5 hours. We are going to
intensify with all the variety and all focus
connecting
and calling
with the elementals.
And we received a couple of times from our guides, and especially Ascended Master Saint Germain. He was mentioning in very old gathering in the Unity Project that if the people are continue in the practice with the gathering with one heart and one vibration, high vibration, their energy channel will be so open that their manifestation will be super fast. He said in that sense, and I mentioned it a couple of times with people who join us, we can manifest physically in front of our eyes a violet flame frequency, like literally see the violet flame appears as a reflection of high frequency. Violet flame is one of the highest frequency available to humanity as spiritual healing, as spiritual
transformation,
empowerment.
alchemy, and clearing the old, clearing the low vibrations and transforming in the high frequency
from
states.
that, the idea of the intensive came to us, that we need to do this from time to time. And we have a beautiful comment also from Francisca that love this idea. I am so excited for the intensive day this weekend. Yes.
So
full
back
on.
to the intensive physical practice in the morning. Then we will have 2 hours of heart resonance. We will go in the flow. That's the intention of how we are going to bring the day. But every time when we are co-creating a session, when we are co-creating a group session, the energy is different each time. So we are going with what you are bringing in your energetic field and
What's need to work on each one individually and collectively. So we work on the collective as a group, and individually everyone will receive his own what is need to be looked at or being healed. And we call for a couple of new things actually. So people, yes, continuing.
So that you have the full aspect of the day.
Yes.
Physical practice, energy practice with the heart resonance 5D manifestation. Then we have a light break because we want to keep you in high frequency states. So the food will be power food basically. So power liquid.
Yeah, mostly will provide you a lot of liquid that's empowering you. Don't eat. You don't need to eat.
Yes.
We will
ground you enough. So don't be worried about that. You will be grounded enough. But the energy, we want the food. We want to have a high frequency food because food is energy. So we will keep the high vibrational. So it's feed your physical body and energetic body as well. Then we will have meditation. So more like a very meditative state. What I'm used to bring you guys. So to bring you in a meditative state, you can lie down and we will connect you to your guides, to your platform, so you can receive your connections and informations and messages from your guides and higher guides and star families. And then we will go back. We will check a little bit, reactivate a little bit, and do the sharings. And if there's anything that needs to be brought or to be shared with you, it will be also in the session. We have a lot of ideas so far. That's
some channeling might come through, definitely.
For and people, then there will be like channeling as well, resonance, voice,
light code. People who draw will receive a lot of light code in that sense because it's a very focused. The guides and the whole Earth energy, if you know Gaia is a consciousness, Mother Earth, will definitely join and will definitely amplify the energy, and all whatever we have as a connection will be open up to receive more light code, more advancement.
Exactly.
Yes.
So we are super
green
excited.
Juice also, please. The 2 days ahead, as much as you can. Lot of water, lot of green juice also.
Green juice is plant-based. It's not the fruits, huh?
Yes, we're not talking about fruit. We're talking about
the powder.
For example, spinach, a cucumber. Maybe you can put a little bit of green apple just for the taste, but more green juice.
No, without sugar or glucose.
Yes.
And yes, so we are super excited to welcome you. We have so far half of the room is booked, so we have another half for you guys if you want to attend and join and be part of the soul, the negative contract release. And working on yourself and on the collective. And in working on yourself, you already work in the collective and you are working with and for your firstable reality, your relationship, your family, and your extended family and friends and co-workers. So you are working here and it's automatically shifting there. Like it's immediate, like that fast. So we are going to provide you the tools so you can practice during the session, but also to practice at home after.
Yes, you'll definitely get with you a couple of the practice that you can take at home. A little bit of talk also about Ascension, about the energy, Q&A, question and answer, some advanced question and answer. And another things I would like to tap into, that if you know how the important when group gathering with full powerful intention and high energy and bringing the guide, how to shift the timeline for you, for the environment, you will understand the importance of this kind of intensive full day. It's not only one meditation, it's intensive full day. And we've been sensing for the last couple of weeks, 3 weeks, how the energy was dropping a little bit in whole Dubai, in many areas, and that's what we felt about the release of the contract, and we felt that it's a time for the intensive. If you know how that important, that work for the vortex here, to bring that high energy here, and for the manifestation, for you and the environment, we are always affected by the environment. We are part of the environment. So in a way, some people, they will still work on themselves, which is nice, important, but you have to make it like in and out. Your outside action is reflect what's inside. So your inner work, it also has to reflect on outer work, which means the whole energy around you. We're going to send the energy and the light and the love and the energy for everyone around us who cannot, in a way, perceive or work on the environment, on the timeline. If you understand timeline, we explain about this timeline. I already explained in a couple of videos if you follow us. So it's important for you as an individual and for the whole timeline, because everyone is connected with the timeline, with the environment, with the collective, with the idea
timeline
around.
would be the reality that you are co-creating to whomever connect to that frequency that you are vibrating. That's a timeline.
Yes.
So you're able to change timeline at different degrees, at different moments in your life as well, and cycles. So whatever you are choosing in your life, like every day, it can shift you from a timeline to another one. And when it starts to stabilizing, you see like massive shifts in your life, people dropping from in your relationships, new people coming in, opportunities, moves, clearing, emotional bursts in terms of the high ones, like feeling very light, feeling very joyful, feeling very happy, because the clearing has been done before, so you can embed more of that high frequencies, those high energies of lightness and creativity, and feeling grounded and settled centered into your life, being more aligned with how you project yourself in the future as well.
Yes.
Like, I am that person. Yes, you already are, and you can embed those frequencies more and more to embody them in your physical envelope. So it's not happening in one day. Huh? So it's practice,
it's
and we
inner
are
work
offering you
and
those
process.
practices, so you can do that, and it can become a habit, a joyful habit every day when you wake up, when you face a situation in your life, during the day, before sleeping, and this becomes you and your second nature.
You become your center all the time. You are always center.
Yes.
You always somehow over affect the environment, the negativity of the environment with your own positivity. And that's what's the work. You need to work on bringing your own light and positivity within and all the way outside, because we're still living,
yes.
we're still living
out.
with this timeline reality, what we spoke about, and we need to send the vibration to it, to shift it.
Shall we close?
Yes, lovely.
And
if you have any questions.
To close on a nice note, and talking about the nature and Mother Nature, the elementals, and where we are in a beautiful garden. It's very fairy. See, we can see fairies flying. No, it's bees.
You can, if you have another camera, maybe.
Yeah. This morning we post in your page as well. You post it?
No. I don't remember.
So it's a video that has been made. It's not new. It has been there for 40 years, but now
Beautiful
we can have
video.
videos and we can hear it. So there are some guys that have been showing and creating device to hear the frequencies and the sound of the plants and flowers and the nature. So it's basically transforming the frequencies. So whomever is already connecting with us during the sound course, it's all about frequencies. So whatever they are frequencies that we can hear or not hear, those we cannot hear, we can transfer them and hear the sound of it. So we are made of sound and light. So the video is beautiful. It's about hearing the sounds of the plants.
It's like a music. You're listening to the music of the plant.
And shines. It's beautiful.
And he was showing also how the difference between he touched the plant or not touch the plant. The plant feels and reacts.
The moment he
and they are moody. He was talking about like mood. Sometimes they don't want to sing much. Once sometimes they sing more.
So the moment he entered the field of the field, I can already feel it. The field of the tree, the plant will react, and the sound.
That's why
will
you
be
talk
different.
to your plant. That's how we grow. I was explaining in the last video that I keep talking to the plant, and if I see one of the branch going not in the direction that's and help the whole plant, I start talking to the plant. Where are you going, Habibi? Don't go to the right. Stay here. Come, I will put you here and stay here. Support your friend, and then after a while you see. The plant, all of them, they are sort of like correct.
We get it. And
I was a little bit of naughty. You know, you can feel them. You can feel them how they.
I want it to be different.
I want
you
to be
different.
And then now you told me I'm going. You can keep communicating and have a full conversation with them. Beautiful. All
Superb.
right.
Thank you very much, guys. We are looking forward to welcoming you tomorrow night and this Saturday as well for the intensive.
If you have the calling for the intensive, picture yourself going to a 1 day to Himalaya. You're going to Himalaya
retreat,
for all amazing yogis, super powerful ascension energy, and then coming back enlightened. This is kind of thing.
That's what we love.
That's what we're going to. You know how we do the practice here, like full intense, full focus, this is how we shift the timelines. Yeah.
So thank you very much, guys. We love you, and see you very, very soon.
Yes.
Bye.